Two of the top teams in the nation set to square off and see who has the upper hand, at least for the moment. A top 10 in-conference showdown awaits. Welcome, everyone, to Palo Alto, California, the farm and the home of the Stanford Cardinal. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Washington Huskies, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Stanford Cardinal. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Stanford about to tee it up to get this one going. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The give on the inside. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Huskies can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Got the quick pass. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
I'll tell you, QBs and receivers, they practice these out routes all week long. And you've got to anticipate. You've got to be comfortable throwing it before he gets out of his break, and they executed it perfectly right there to pick up that first.
A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Productive pass offense for the Huskies, and they've had a long line of quarterbacks who've gone on to the pros.
Yeah, a lot of guys that you can think of. Warren Moon obviously was so dynamic, so good, but guys that were surgical, guys that read the defenses, made the decisions, made big plays. That's what the Husky fans want to see.
Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And this guy just stays on a roll. He's been getting to quarterbacks and making life really, really hard. He had 3 sacks a week ago, 1 already in this ball game. You better know where he is at on every single snap.
And the Huskies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
This defensive coaching staff, they love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw a great example of it there on 3rd down, forcing the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Slips through the line. Just about took that one to the house. They finally bring him down, but when you have a return like that, it pretty much eats up everything gained by the punt. Stanford comes up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Scoops it up, still a live ball. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
Looking for a man. It's Hawkins. Spits it out to the back. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Well, that one falls incomplete, but you know this guy is a big part of their passing attack. You saw the last game out, he had multiple catches from the running back position. They're going to try to get that established in this game.
It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone. Might be calling a hot route. Looking for the touchdown on third and goal. Lets it fly. And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. So that touchdown nullified by the penalty in the red zone. And the field goal unit is on the field. He'll line it up from 34 yards out. Right down the boulevard. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy.
He stopped at the 23, a couple of yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Good timing on the quick out. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. Looking to throw on first down. He's got it. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
To the air on first down. Makes the grab. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one.
Well, this defense is going to have their hands full trying to defend the pass with all of these weapons they've got on the perimeter of the field. That is a great job bringing a dangerous target down right away after he catches the slant.
The Huskies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. It's complete. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. They didn't get a whole lot of yardage there, but the big fullback slammed his way and got what he could.
Hey, listen, that's what you're supposed to do, catch the football. I'm not expecting that guy to catch the ball and make big plays after he catches it, but catch it, give me some positive yards, mission accomplished.
Finds the tight end. They'll mark him down right there, and that'll be enough for a Washington first down. Third and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Going to swing it on second down. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Back to pass, it's Hawkins. That's caught, it's Hayden. He's in open space downfield. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. At the end of the quarter, it is Stanford holding the edge. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. They've got a first down here to open the period. Leaves it with the back. Got a little space. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Stanford gets set to snap it on first down. Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his tight end. They get him down at the 34-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup and a first down.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Deep shot for the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
That is such a great play by that defender. And how many times on deep balls do we see PI? Do we see pass interference? In situations just like that, that defender did an outstanding job.
Really good pickup on second down there. Leaves him with 3rd and 2. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Looking downfield, it's Hawkins. Sets up the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Third down is money down. You got to find a way to execute and get the ball out and get it to your playmakers. That was the opposite of that. They got it to their playmakers, and they got absolutely nowhere. Lost yards on the play. 4th down now upcoming.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down. Still going. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
Well, to heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. Trying to get the corner. Wrestled out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 7-yard line, and this offense is more than threatening.
You know, it looks like they just flip the ball and everything just magically works. You know why this toss to the left works? Because the wide receivers block. You know, I know you don't say that very often. Most of the time they want to run out, get the glory, catch the ball, but they got to do a good job of blocking. When you toss it on the perimeter, those guys are pivotal for this play to have success. Really good job blocking on the perimeter.
Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Cardinal! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. They just took the air out of that thing. That might be an understatement. They took the ball away and just wore down, just grinded away at that defense.
And took a lot of time off the clock in the process as well. I'm impressed with the physicality up front of this offense, because that's where it all starts. If you're going to march the ball down the field like they just did, you've got to be dominating in the trenches, and they are doing that in this game right now.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Wants to throw on first down. Shoots it to the left. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's second down.
Ooh, there's an example, Jesse, of a receiver making his quarterback look bad. Most of the time, they make it look good and cover up for him. All those balls y'all don't throw online, but oof, that would hit him in a pretty good spot. He needs to come down with that one.
Wide open downfield. All the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15.
That's a really good-looking throw right there, and that was a tight spiral, too. You guys remember the great Washington Husky quarterback, Warren Moon? I don't think anybody threw a more pretty ball than Warren Moon did. Tightest spiral I've ever seen. That right there reminded me of old number 1.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Behind the chains now on second and long. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. They'll try to get the first through the air. Fires to the big fella. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Wants to go up top on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Harris. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Washington wants to go quickly. Looking downfield on first down. They've got the screen set up. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on second and 2. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Huskies in a good spot here with second and short. Wants to throw again. Firing to the right, complete.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a first and 10. Looking to throw on first down. It's complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back. Zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Out of the gun to give to the back. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
QB's got to be able to play on so many different levels. They got to read coverages, know the snap count, know what everybody's doing, and then does a great job at the end making something out of nothing, making a positive play, picking up a new set of downs, a new set of problems for this defense.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Hawkins. Quickly out to the tight end.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
The Cardinal can be aggressive here on second and short. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Here's a hit. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
I think a big part of the formula to this team's success is their ability to get after the quarterback. In game one, they had 6 sacks and obviously won that football game. They know coming into this one today, they have got to be able to get after the quarterback, and they're off to a great start.
They'll move the tight end. Now the play fake. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Well, we talked to the offensive staff coming into this one. They knew going up against the top 25 defense with respect to sacks per game that they had to do a good job protecting the QB, but they have not been able to get that done so far. They've already now allowed 3 sacks in this game.
He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. To the air on first down. Hauls it in. He'll get it up to the 39 before he's run out of bounds, and this offense just patiently, methodically trying to do work.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Pressure coming. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Huskies will boot it away to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw, it's Hawkins. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Yeah, and that was good defense again, and unfortunately, we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense, or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
The Cardinal come to the line with lots of work to do on third down. Quarterback making checks. On third and long, try to convert through the air. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
That is the exact energy they talked about at halftime. Like coming out with right now for this defense. You're trailing, but it's a close game. It's a one-possession game. Come out and set the tone. That's exactly what they did, forcing the punt on the first drive.
That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Got his man on the right. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Trying play action. Fires to the wideout. Finds space on the right. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
I mean, this offense basically lined up and said, I don't care if you double team him, triple team him, it really doesn't matter. We're still going to feature him. And guess what happens? They still get the first down, even though he was double teamed.
And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. The give to the fullback. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And the fullbacks, usually are typically in there to block, right? Those are the big, strong guys that usually lead the way for the running back. But occasionally you slip it to them, and you probably don't do it too much and don't make a living off it. But when you get a nice little chunk like this, maybe you find another way to give him the football.
And the Huskies really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to get it through the air. Makes the catch. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. The inside handoff. Makes a man miss. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position.
Touchdown, Huskies! And that one will give them the lead. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. He's moving out of the pocket. He'll try to do it himself. Coaches talk about running with violence, running with bad intentions. That's what that looks like as he gets it up to the 32.
Well, as soon as he got outside the pocket, the defense smelt blood in the water. Everybody started pursuing it. How about the big hit on the QB outside the pocket? At that point, he's a runner. He's not getting protected anymore. Nice job. He felt that one.
Works his way to the 38 after gaining 5.
And this guy's like tackling a tree stump, man. He just so thick, so compact, just continues to break tackle after tackle. You want to bring those arm tackles? They're not going to work. You better bring your whole body, and you better bring a friend.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. To the ground with the back. Breaks into the open. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping now. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
He gets a little bit of work done. He goes out of bounds at the 42.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Working that left side now. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. 1 more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. will stand to the game, and we'll start with the first down.
In blue. In blue.
Early movement on the offense, and they'll push it back 5 yards. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Stanford with a fresh set of downs to open the final period. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Stanford with a fresh set of downs to open the final period. Quarterback making adjustments. Back to throw, it's Hawkins. Fires to the big fella. Strikes first, delivers the punch, and works his way to the 31.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
They're dealing with a second and long. The play action fake. Buys a little time with his feet. Finds his big tight end. Snowed under by the defense. You know, we joked that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, and they get good matchups. And, man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
It inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9 where it'll be first and goal. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
They'll try to race to the edge on first and goal with the wide receiver. Touchdown, Stanford! And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
You got to find creative ways to run the football in the red zone when the field shrinks, and I love the jet sweep here. You could tell. Hits it in stride, speed kills on the perimeter, good blocking, nice play call at the right time to get the touchdown.
If he makes this one, the lead will be 3, and at least a field goal won't beat you. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Boise State is putting on an offensive clinic, and about the only thing we haven't seen is the Statue of Liberty play. They're up by 21 over Western Michigan. We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. Really the only way to do it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Well, that was just like trying to run through a traffic jam. No place for the big fella to go.
Yeah, that's the whole key, Reese. You can't let the big fella get some steam. So you got to stop him in his tracks right away. The only way you do that is with penetration up front.
He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. creates a little room. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
And maybe the big fella can jumpstart this offense a little bit. They got to get some points, and he's that big physical guy, breaking some tackles, making some plays. Here in the fourth quarter, they're going to need it.
They'll go to the ground. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
And this is why coaches get paid the big bucks. Tough decision on your own side of the field. Fourth quarter, I'm trailing. Is it go time now, or do I trust my defense?
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Makes the catch. It's Harris. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
What a big play in the fourth quarter when you're trailing and you need it. You really needed to get a first down here. Nice job by the quarterback, making the pass, getting the first down.
Under fire. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. A big play for the defense with the first down sack. Now, advantage D as the offense comes up on second down. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, this offense is up against it here. Trailing late in the game, the defense knows they're going to throw the football. First down, they get sacked. Second down, incompletion. There's no mystery what's happening here. Quarterback's just going to have to make a play on third down.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the deflection by the defense brings up fourth down.
Well, this defense has had the QB's number all game long. One of the reasons why is because this quarterback, when he's on an island, he's winning the 50-50 balls, and he's not letting anything get thrown over his head downfield. Great job in coverage, disguising what he's doing and knocking balls away.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And that's a play the quarterback would love to have back. Late in the game, trailing by only one possession on fourth down, it looked like there was a window to put that football in, to get the catch, keep the drive going.
Running wide open down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Cardinal! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to try to return this one. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
And I love the personnel group that the defense is in right now. With the lead late in a 2-minute situation, you're seeing extra DBs on the field. You know the offense is going to try and throw the football. So faster guys, good job that time.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Stanford. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their fourth straight win.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense, forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Defense playing a bail technique. Oh, he's got some space. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Unloads to the wideout. It's in. Completed. He's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
Fires to the middle. Complete with conviction on the crosser. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. Looking to throw on first down. Lets it fly deep downfield. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. He'll take another shot here. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. The Huskies want to pick up the tempo. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Washington comes to the line with a first and goal. Wideout trying to get it in. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Now on second and goal. Defense in press coverage. Back to pass on second down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. They desperately need to get the score here on third and goal to have any kind of wild chance. Trying to barrel in. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game. A fourth quarter field goal down by this much, that's a lot like putting a lipstick on the proverbial pig. Doesn't do much to change the looks. Got to score the touchdown on fourth and goal. It's incomplete, and the defense makes a stop and gets the football back.
And these aren't easy situations for these offenses, man. Like, it's a known passing situation. The defense is playing coverage. Nowhere to go with the football, forces the incompletion, and this one is all but over.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. They get the timeout called, 11 seconds remaining to play. The Cardinal pen deep in their own end, looking for a little room here on first down. On the ground, it's Hawkins. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.